what's up guys, it's Nikki, and I'm really proud to be bringing you the first Assassin's Creed Revelations gameplay that's going up on my channel. Now here's the thing, I realized that my channel has been mainly based around Call of Duty, but I sort of been really getting into the Assassin's Creed Revelations multiplayer, and I'm going to be posting a lot of this. So for now, for this very first video, I want to sort of get you guys into Assassin's Creed, or at least knowing what's happening so you don't just watch and like, dude, what's going on? Now first off, you see that guy climbing the building in the background? He's the deacon, and the guy who's playing the deacon is an idiot. I'll show you why in a second. But for right now, I want to sort of do an introduction to what Assassin's Creed is, because really there are like 10 commentators. This is an exaggeration or a really inaccurate guess, I don't know. But there are very, very few people who are doing Assassin's Creed Revelations gameplay, and I think this game deserves a lot more attention than it gets, and I've really enjoyed playing it lately. So what do I enjoy playing is what I put up on my channel. Now, I wanted to compare Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed just for the sake of you guys knowing what's happening in the game. And for you Assassin's Creed players, you might be like, whoa dude, that's illegal, you're not allowed to use COD and Assassin's Creed in the same sentence. You're an idiot. Now, I think I have some pretty accurate comparisons to get to you guys. But first off, I did not know that you could jump this far off the building to hit someone. That is some crazy like parkour skills, and you're wearing a suit of armor, dude. Come on, get off the roof. By the way, I wanted to compare Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed. Now, the first thing I have to do is talk about the similarities. The main similarity between Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty is killing. You pretty much have to kill people. And overall, that's the only similarity between the two games. Assassin's Creed Revelation is a really unique game when it comes to the multiplayer, because it's a cat versus mouse sort of game where you're being hunted while you're trying to hunt someone. Now the game mode I'm playing right now is called Deathmatch, and what Deathmatch is this map, Antioch, is actually a lot larger than what I'm playing in right now, but I'm playing in a small area. Wanted is a game mode that uses the entire map, but right now I'm playing Deathmatch because it's a little more faster paced, and in my opinion, it's a lot more fun to play. Now, those guys are idiots for being on the roof, and I'll get to that in a moment. But in Deathmatch, you pretty much have to kill without being killed, and that's not very easy. Now, there are several things you can do to defend yourself from the people who are trying to kill you. But first, let's go over the interface. In the top left, there's my placing. Now, the point of Assassin's Creed is to finish in first place. No one cares if you go negative, if you go 6 to 8. We're not here to get 5 KDs, 10 KDs. We're here to finish in first place. And you can finish in first place by getting 6 kills if the second place guy got 15 kills. Because in Assassin's Creed, it's all about quality over quantity when it comes to your kills. But let's finish talking about the interface first, and then we'll get to all that other stuff I mentioned. This is a really complex game. Now, under the placement, the number 2 that's in the top left, is a little bar that lights up when you have people trying to stab you. Now, you know someone is trying to stab you, and they're nearby you if you hear these loud, ghostly whispers. And that means you should probably go on the defensive and try not to get your heart stabbed in. In the top right is a portrait of the person I'm trying to stab. Now, a good assassin knows that looks can be deceiving, and some people use disguises. I know the Corsair in this game uses disguises, and they might not always look like what their portrait does. Now, right there is an example of why the deacon's an idiot. He just used an animus hack to kill me, and pretty much an animus hack is gained by either going on a crazy kill streak, which if you're a smart player, you're not going to use that as your kill streak. And I highly doubt that deacon was good enough to get a kill streak to kill me with that. And it's a loss streak, so if you lose a certain amount of contracts in a row because you were stunned or whatnot, then you're going to get an animus hack. And animus hacks don't give you too many points. Right there, this gives you a lot of points. I'm getting a grounded, incognito, hidden poison on that chick who was laying down on the floor because she was stunned. And this is an example of a high quality kill. Now, I know that kill didn't take a lot of skill to make because, well, she was grounded. But poisons generally take a lot of concentration and focus and all that mental ability to take care of. Now, she just kicked me in the ass right there because she became my contract, but she was behind me, so she stunned me. Now, let's get into... Well, actually, let's watch this epic fail right here. What I'm going to do is run forward. I'm going to try to get up onto the wall to get an acrobatic kill on her, but for some reason the game doesn't let me up on the wall. It just takes me across the wall to her, and she stuns me, so that sucks. Let's talk about stuns. So, stuns pretty much work by your pursuer is nearby, they're an idiot, or like what I did, I just ran right up to her and couldn't get my aerial kill from the wall. You can't stun people while they're on walls, by the way, generally. So there are three main different ways you can stun people. The first way is via smoke bomb, and smoke bombs are highly controversial in the community in terms of offensive usage. In my opinion, for defensive usage, smoke bombs are okay, and they pretty much hold a person. Look at that horrible spawn. You probably saw me there. Anyway, smoke bombs pretty much allow you to hold someone still for a moment so you can do whatever you want to them. That sentence didn't come out quite the way I wanted it to. No sexual innuendo intended, but smoke bombs will hold your pursuer in place to where you can stun them. Smoke bombs will also hold your target in place so that you can kill them, but this is highly controversial. Those things are called offensive smoke bombs, and really only douchebags without skill use those under pretty much no circumstances except for revenge on someone who used an offensive smoke bomb on me. I'll pretty much never use an offensive smoke bomb is what I'm saying, because really it takes no skill whatsoever. You can throw these things, hold someone in place, run up to them and stab them. That takes no skill whatsoever. Now, next up is mute. And mute is, I don't even know what happened there. Mute's another version. It's kind of like the smoke bomb, but it's much more balanced. It doesn't hold the person in place, but it doesn't allow them to kill or stun for a certain amount of time, which is like 1.5 seconds. So if you see someone coming up to you and you suspect that they're your pursuer, you'll see me do it a few times in this game, you can quickly mute, go up to them and punch them in the face because they can't kill you while muted. Now, muting isn't the same as muting their mic. Two completely different things. And the third way, this is a more advanced way, but it's called a corner stun. And to get rid of your pursuer using a corner stun, it's pretty self-explanatory. You run around a corner, you wait for them to run around a corner, and you punch them in the face. That's how that works. So that's how you stun people. I went over, well, I haven't gone over how you kill people. Now, after I respawn, I wasn't watching the screen really closely. I didn't see how that guy killed me. There we go. As we respawn, we can see a little stealth meter, which I didn't talk about. Oh, great, my target's gone. Let me get a ground finish here. And you can see this little curved bar in the top left, or in the bottom left of the top right portrait indicator. You can see a little bar that tells you your stealth. Now, you can increase your stealth by hanging out in your target's line of sight for a little bit. Look at that, mute, stun. That's how you do it. By hiding or walking and not doing anything stupid like climbing or jumping in your target's line of sight, you can build up that stealth meter and you're going to get more points for your kill. And that goes back to what I said earlier, quality over quantity. Right here, you're going to see a really low quality kill. This guy ran straight up to me, no stealth whatsoever, and he gets a glorious, glorious 150 points while I get 100 for the stun. I didn't even make a kill, and I got 100 points. He got 150. That is a very low quality kill. You should be aiming for 400 points a kill, something like that. Now, here's an example of a contested kill. She saw me walk straight up to her, which really wasn't my fault. I spawned right there. She probably saw that. I muted that guy, but I don't have any pursuers on me. I just panicked. As you can see in the top left, no one's trying to kill me, but now they are. And yeah, that mute was really not useful at all. Now, your abilities, smoke bomb, mute, other things like that, poison, which you saw me use earlier. I'm using two different sets. Recharge after a certain amount of time, so you can't just spam smoke bombs. Right there, I know the Corsair, if you've been paying attention to the gameplay, likes to use disguise. So I identified the fact that my target was nearby. I saw her jump into the hay bale, and I assumed that that person was my target. I went in there, got the stab, and I won that fight. Now, I keep going around with all these different topics. It's a lot to cover, even in 10 minutes. How do I know who my target is? First of all, there's a portrait, but as I said, looks can be deceiving. The second thing, if the outside of the portrait is lit up, that means my target is in my line of sight. When my target is in my line of sight, if I walk or hide, as you can see right now, my approach meter will increase and I'll get more points the more my meter increases. Now, if the little portrait in the top right is highlighted on the outside, that means they're in my line of sight. If it's highlighted on the inside, that means my target is very close to me and I should get ready to stab them. Now, at all times, I should remember that I'm also being attacked like that, mute and stun, and I should watch out for that. So you really have to keep both concepts in your mind. You gotta stab without being stabbed. And right there, another stun because that guy was an idiot and ran straight up to me. I identified the fact that he was my pursuer, slapped him in the face, and I won the game with a 6,000k win. First place. The Corsair was my main opponent in this game. Good game to her, and I won the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this Revelations gameplay. I hope you know a little bit about the game. I know there's a lot of information, but if there was one thing you should take away from this commentary, this game requires a lot of patience. It's really tactical. I didn't mention this, but it's really not as fast-paced as Call of Duty. It takes a lot of thinking and quality over quantity when it comes to your kills. But in the future, for you guys who already know how to play the game, I'm going to be doing more advanced things. But hopefully this was an adequate introduction. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, and I'll see you later.